The River Street Waterline Project, we're moving forward pretty quickly, I think, now on that, aren't we, Zach?
We are, yeah.
Zach is here from Thrasher, and if it's all right with you, Mr. Mayor, I'd like for him to give the update on the changes that were made to that progress today.
Thank you, Chuck. I think the council's aware we had a pre-construction meeting on August the 12th with the town and the Atkins Excavating. At that meeting, they brought up that they had done some homework on getting American iron and steel materials versus getting non-American iron and steel materials. And the time delay, the time difference between those two was drastic. The American iron and steel, which is typically required, was going to be a 7 to 8 month waiting period to get those materials, whereas non-American iron and steel was going to be, the current is looking like 3 to 6 weeks. So we reached out to the ARPA funding agency here in Virginia and asked them if they could help with that. Because this project is ARPA funded only, they're going to allow us to use non-American iron and steel materials. We had the contractor go ahead and prepare submittals for the non-American iron and steel, which we received yesterday, and we're reviewing to make sure that those still fit the technical requirements, the engineering needs of the project, and we'll provide them with comments back either tomorrow or the next day. What we're going to do is, because of all these changes, we were in our agreement, we required American iron and steel. The ARPA rules are evolving as it goes along, and at the time of the contract, when we advertised for bids, we had not yet been told that they could waive the American iron and steel requirements, so it was required. So we're going to do a change order that lifts that requirement. We're going to try to negotiate with the contractor, because typically American iron and steel materials are more expensive, so to get a price reduction on that, and then include some language in there to make sure we don't interfere with the fall festival out there coming up. So we think, as it lays out right now, if we turn them loose later this week or sometime next week to order the materials, that the materials probably won't be here until mid to late October. So the fall festival will probably be behind us by the time they get started, but that's kind of where we're at with everything. It's moving forward, and we're able to save some time by not using American iron and steel materials.
Question for me?
No, thank you.
Zach, thank you.
Thank you all.
So we are moving forward on that project as rapidly as we can. And I think this is probably the last hurdle that we needed to remove to get things progressing.
Under ideal conditions, how long after we get the steel and start, how long will it last?
They have it mapped out as about a 45-day project. Now, moving late into the fall, Zach, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but that might extend some due to weather.
Weather could play a role into that, but it's a pretty straightforward project. We hope it'll be.
Good, thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How come American Steel is so far behind? Do you know that answer? Why can't they, I mean, you're right here, why can't you get it quicker than shipping from overseas?
But I think the big thing is a lot of the funding agencies for various projects require, and it's just the demand is higher, and there's so many more suppliers. If you go international or you go with some of the parts from Mexico, China, or wherever, there's more supply and there's less demand for the non-American iron and steel stuff. And we're seeing that on all kinds of projects. American iron and steel does cause delays.
Is there a difference in the warranty of the two?
We'll check on that. We've got warranty requirements in our contract and our agreement, so it will at least have to be that good.